How's it going, HotStreak users? I'm Sports by Dustin, and today I'm be going over the NFL Sunday Night Football slate for Week 1 between the Bucs and Cowboys with HotStreak. Now, if you guys want to check out my full Week 1 slate of games and the plays I'm on, go to our channel. You guys can watch that video. But this is just for the Sunday Night Football game. I'm super excited about this game. Gonna be a great one. I think it's gonna be a close game, probably 3 to 4 point game. And I'm super excited to just sit down on the couch, relax on a Sunday night, and watch this game. But if you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do that now. Give this video a like while you're at it. We would appreciate it. And if you're not in the HotStreak Fantasy app, I'm not sure what you're doing, go ahead, download the app from the link in the description. Use the code in the bottom of your screen. You'll get $10 bonus plus 100% deposit match up to $1,000. We also have MLB League of Legends going on. If you guys don't know about the live in-play entries, you can actually select if Tom Brady is going to go, in his next pass attempt, is going to go over or under 8.5 yards. Or let's say Ezekiel Elliott to go, his next rushing attempt, is it going to be over or under 3.5 yards? So it's a really fun thing to do, and it's like basically instant payout. You select it mid-game. You could be watching the game. You see that, oh, Dallas just turned the ball over. On their next drive, I'm going to select Ezekiel Elliott to go over 3.5 rush yards on his next attempt. Really fun to do. Make sure you guys are checking that out. But let's go ahead, hop in to the Sunday Night Football game between the Bucs and Cowboys. So my first play is going to be actually Ezekiel Elliott. I'm sorry, it's going to be Leonard Fournette to go under 14.5 carries. Leonard Fournette has gone under this number, or has only gone over this number in 5 of 15 games last season, only at 33%. The game against Dallas last year, he had 9. Only 9 carries. It's this game between these two teams tends to be a little bit of a shootout, a little less running the ball, a little bit more passing. We know he does work in the pass game too. That's not going to affect us. 15 carries for Leonard Fournette, I feel like is quite a bit, especially in a game I expect to shoot out. I like him to go under this number here of 14.5 attempts, rushing attempts. So my next one is going to be it's going to be for receiving receptions, right? But it's going to be 2 guys on the same exact team. Dalton Schultz, over 4.5 receptions. Really love this play. If you look at this, he went over in 11 of 18 games last season, including the game against Tampa Bay. He had 6. And they don't cover the tight end all that well for the most part. If we look here, I do remember seeing on this list some of the tight ends going over their reception numbers, as well as like if we look at Dawson Knox, they let up 7 receptions to Dawson Knox here. In general, I was just looking. Their tight ends, they're giving up quite a few catches. Kyle Pitts, they gave up 4. I like them to go over. They have no receivers in Dallas right now, unfortunately. They have CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz, basically. There's one guy I'm going to be talking about on Dallas as well in just a second that is going to be coming to the rescue a tiny bit. But it's nothing like having a healthy Gallup or even having Amari Cooper back. It's not the same receiving core it was. They rely on Dalton Schultz a lot, as you can see. Gets a decent amount of targets. I expect him to have at least 8 targets in this game, in a game where, if you look, Dak Prescott, last time they faced Tampa Bay, threw 58 passes. So if we get into another shootout like that, I love the reception lines for Dallas. So let me just take you over to my next one, which is going to be Noah Brown over 2.5 receptions. So look at this. Doesn't look pretty, right? But kind of what I was explaining. He went over this number. When he got to play 69 out of 74 snaps against Las Vegas last year, he had 6 receptions on 9 targets. Now he's working as the number 2 wide receiver behind Michael Gallup. And if we're adding in the tight end, he's the number 3 option. But even as a number 3 option, I was looking at some of these receivers over here that, allowed, Tampa Bay allowed to go over this number. Braxton Berrios, who was definitely not a number 1 option. If we look here, even the running backs out of the backfield, I was looking a little bit at Ezekiel Elliott or actually probably Tony Pollard over Ezekiel Elliott as far as receptions go. Marquez Callaway, 6 receptions when his line was set at 2.5. Tampa Bay's got a decent defense, but I just think that with nobody there, no Gallup, and even Jalen Tolbert, they're not, they've shied away a little bit on him as far as talking him up. But Noah Brown has been getting a lot of praise from Dak Prescott in the offseason. I love this prop for him to go over. One that I was kind of looking at, and I kind of showed you guys here, Dak Prescott's attempts is set at 35.5. He went over this in 11 of 17 games. I don't know they're going to pass a super lot now that the receiving core is a little banged up, but maybe once they get everybody back, I just really expect them to pass a lot in this game because I think it's going to be a shootout. They got 2 good running backs, so they're going to run the ball a little bit, but I think this game specifically, and that's the one we're tuning into, he's going to pass a decent amount. I think Tom Brady's going to pass a lot too, and part of the reason why Leonard Fournette's carries, he also gets a bunch of catches out of the backfield. So that's it for the Sunday Night Football slate. Leonard Fournette under 14.5 carries. Dalton Schultz over 4.5 receptions. Noah Brown over 2.5 receptions. Remember, if you guys are not in the HotStreak Fantasy app, use the link in the description. Download the app. Use the code in the bottom of your screen. You'll get $10 bonus plus 100% deposit match up to $1,000. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to this channel. But that's it. Hopefully you guys have fun watching a bunch of football on Sunday.